And boom, we are live. What's up, YouTube? I guess I'm talking to everybody watching it on the replay right now. We'll give just a few moments for a few people to check in, but I am coming to you from Birmingham, Alabama. And I got something to tell you about Birmingham. What's going on, O3 and our Matt? Let's take it to the back. Because the glare. Let's see, we'll turn this fan off so you guys won't hear that. Let's see, is that McBride? And we got Jaybird the trucker and John Crawford. Got steering wheel holder. Downtown traffic is dumb. Did you hear me say I was in Birmingham? Oh my goodness, guys. Birmingham is like under construction. Major construction. I-20 going through. I was going through and heck, then I had to like go to the left instead of going straight. And then I like, how did I miss that? Then I turned around and I couldn't catch it that way, so I had to turn around again, and then I figured out, okay, I got to do this out of the way kind of detour. And where I'm at now, which this sucks, I'm I'm at a tire dealership with a trailer full of tires, and guess what I ain't doing? I ain't doing a dropping hook. My ass gonna be here a while. I'm not backed up to the dock yet. Old Dominion is. My appointment time's about 30 minutes from now. And then they're going to unload however many hundreds of tires I have in the back of this. And then I will be on my way picking up more tires in Moody and headed to Lawrence, South Carolina. So I've been out on the road since Tuesday this week. It's like 4-hour wait. It was a 4-hour wait for you? Oh my God. Man, that's the way kind of my week's been going. I've been having like 400-mile days, like for the last 3 days, and today will probably be one of those. I ain't cracked 500 miles yet, and I can promise you guys, it has nothing to do with my lack of desire to do so. It's just kind of how things unfold. Adrian Bass, what's going on, man? Where you been? I ain't heard much from you lately, Adrian. Which I guess I haven't been doing a lot of live videos here lately. Haven't been doing a whole lot of videos on this channel, come to think of it. But I did do one yesterday. It has not been viewed by many people yet. I don't know if you 26 people have seen it yet. But, it ain't your typical, bullshit trucker content that, we see in most videos. This was the 8 good working habits of truck drivers. They did not originally come as 8 working habits for truckers, but well, if you hadn't seen the video, check it out. Let's see. Adrian says, "Hope you're doing well, my friend. Love the beard." Well, I appreciate it, man. You think does it make me look wiser? Sometimes I see myself in video and pictures, and I think it makes me look like dirtier, like is the opposite of clean type of dirty with a beard. But I ain't shaving it this week. I have not really developed a plan for my beard, but to continue to let it grow. Maybe when spring, summer gets here, I may shave it. Looks like Ray Stevens. Isn't that the guy that sang like the day the squirrel went berserk and I don't know, some church in Alabama or something? Most of you guys probably don't remember that. That was back in the 80s. Yes, that is a good looking beard. Well, thank you, Terry Johnson. So shit, y'all. Somebody tell me a story. I didn't really, I did not write down notes. I have no scripted agenda in this video. I just got a little time on my hands, and I'm not in the middle of another video, so I don't have anything to edit. So I figured I'd talk to you guys. Now, 03 like the half beard. I kind of like the half beard too, but I guess I like the full beard too. But the thing about it, like mine, like right up under here, this thing is like crazy bushy. This is where it grows the most, like right under my chin. Like y'all, this is a lot of hair. Actually, let's have a little fun. I've got a brush, a beard brush. I'm gonna take my headphones off for a minute. But if you do like this, well, it ain't really showing up too good on this, but you can like poof it out. Oh, you don't see that? It seriously is a beard then. But I usually don't wear it like that. Let's see. Yeah, maybe I can be on the next season of Duck Dynasty if I keep it going. That's a good freaking idea there, Adrian. We'll call old Doc, and I never really got into watching Duck Dynasty. I don't really watch much on TV except for my Gamecocks play football. That damn thing probably is a petri dish, dude. Are you saying there's like nasty bacteria in my beard? I mean, maybe, but I do kind of put effort into keeping it clean, keeping it brushed. I got a little wax stuff on there. I'll shampoo it and stuff when I take a shower. But shit will get in your beard, man. It certainly will, like especially in the mustache. Could be. Go Gamecocks. All right, I'm drawing a blank. What do we need to talk about, guys? Somebody ask a question. Did anybody see the 8 good work habits video? What's going on, Kenworth Ryder? Where am I headed? Well, I have reached my current destination, which is here in Birmingham, which is the interstates are under like major construction in Birmingham. Moon Pie, I heard him mention that on the Zello channel a few weeks ago, and he wasn't kidding, and it's still going on. And they ain't gonna finish this weekend. I'll tell you that. Okay, some say the albino rhino. Some say the albino rhino sometimes hides in Jim's beard. He is kind of hit and miss, you know. He'll pop his head up for a while and then go away for a while. How does a Canadian spell Canada? I guess they spell it the same way. Armac asked, how about Mats this year? Yeah, that's coming up. A little about a month away, a little over a month away. I intend to go. I intend to go get a load of tires or something, go into Louisville and be there a couple of days, and then head on back. I guess I have not talked to the senior VP, which is the guy that I report to on all my media director stuff about it. Need to kind of find out some type of way that GMP feels it would be a benefit for them going to Matt's. But I hadn't thought about that lately, so I need to do that next week. I'm probably gonna. I'm not gonna get back. Well, I don't know if I. The next load after this one, I'm picking up in Moody. That should just be a drop and hook, and then headed to Lawrence, which that'll be a drop and hook on that end. And I think I'm probably gonna run till tomorrow sometime. I thought I was going to Laredo. I picked up a load in Louisville at Michelin. Something had happened in, and Michelin had messed up or something, and the load was, I don't know, on its way to being late. And they gave it to me. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going to Laredo. It's gonna be like 3,200 mile week. Yeah, but no. Then I called it in Antioch, and instead of trading a load with the guy, he gave me his empty, and then I had to wait till the next morning to pick up my next load. So I didn't really like that. I like to really maximize each day, especially since I'm not out here, each and every day like a lot of you guys are. And like I used to be, I'll get 2, 3. This week's probably going to end up being 4 days out on the road. So I really try to maximize my time out here and kill it. Maybe I should concentrate on smelling the roses or something and enjoying the time out here, but I don't. I just run as hard as I can because that's what we get paid to do. You know what I mean? Okay, I got to get back on the road, bro. Talk, good talking with you. Nova Scotia, Canada bound. I hear you, Adrian. I have never rolled across the border in an 18-wheeler. I flew across the border one time for a few days in Toronto. That was back in the 90s. And if you guys ever get a chance to go to Toronto, jump on it. It's a great city. People are super cool there. The city's crazy clean, and it's big. I'm sure there is a bunch to do. Nova Scotia, I can't tell you anything about it. You guys have to ask Adrian. Are you delivering car tires, or are you going to be rolling them off the back? I ain't touching them things. Now, especially not to get paid on it. And the thing about it, for you GMP drivers, you need to have, what do they call these things? EFS checks or lumper checks or something like that. I cannot seem to find any in my truck. I think I had them in my permit book in either Kenny Wayne or Road Warrior, and I didn't get them out because I can't find them anywhere. So, but I don't have to go back to a GMP terminal to get a check to come back here. That would really make me angry. But they're emailing one. These guys are going to print it up, and then I'll do the whole procedure of calling the check in and then give it to them. Anybody else think it's screwed up the whole like truck drivers paying lumper things? I always kind of have. But the industry does not ask my opinion on stuff like that, so it continues. That's right. No pay, no touch. It's robbery. I remember at US Express, the way it worked, we had, I don't know, some kind of little card you could get paid on if you didn't have a bank account or whatever. They would put the money on your card and then it would come off of your card. It don't really work that way with GMP. 8 Good Work Habits. That was a great video. It's almost midnight here in Bangkok. Have a safe day. All right, we got lights and sirens tuning into a live stream from Bangkok. And I'm in Birmingham, and you guys are other places. That's kind of cool. But it is midnight in Bangkok. One night in Bangkok, make the foam man thunder. I hadn't heard that song in a while, but some kind of song about Bangkok. Trucker J, what's up, Cliff? I know this is a boring live stream. I like it better when I have an agenda when I hit, go live instead of, hey, I got a little time. I'll go live. Cliff Mans is in North Carolina. Right on, right on. All right, so I'm going to just be responding to your comments and answering your questions. But I'll show you my camera. Actually, I've got 2 cameras. For any of you guys that are considering getting into vlogging, now these DSLR cameras, they're kind of the best for it, with the little pop-out screen right here. But this one, which I got this for just I don't know, like $200 or something like that. I think it sold new for like 500. But this is a Canon GS6, which it's got a little flip-up screen. And the beginning of those 8 steps I filmed with this. The last part after I came back to the truck, I actually filmed with this one. And a couple of the GMP videos I've filmed with this one. Anytime I've got to film the Qualcomm, this does a better job than this. For some reason, trying to film a digital screen, this doesn't do a very good job of it. You can't really read it, and it has a hard time focusing on it. But this little thing does a good job. But if you're looking for a good little vlogging camera, the Canon G7X is not bad. Now, it does not have an external mic plug. And if you're outside and it's windy, this thing really sucks. It's going to pick up every bit of wind noise, where this does better, especially if you have a dead cat on there, which I don't have on this one. I've got it on my previous one. But as long as there's not an extreme amount of like background noise and things, this does pretty good audio wise. And you can stick it in your pocket. And like here's a little tripod. You can just kind of give it a few spins. It locks in place, and you can hold it like this. And also, I've got a monopod that'll extend to like 8 foot long that I use with this too. But my like Gorilla Pod that goes with this one, yeah, it's sitting in the back seat of the Chevy right now, so I don't have that with me, so I can't use that. But I'm wondering, I need to, I don't know, I need to crank out some kind of content between today and tomorrow. Really need to get one on GMP's page, because I've only got one video on that, and they pay me to do that sort of thing. But at the same time, I've only put, not counting this one, the live one video on the Trucker Jim channel. And that's supposed, you know, that's my channel, but I've only got one video on it this week. Time is just flying by. Can you guys believe? Like February is almost over. I mean, we're like 2 months into 2019 already. Time flies. It really does. Is that French press coffee? It most certainly is. That's the majority of the coffee I drink is French press coffee. There's rare occasions where I'll get a cup from somewhere else, but most of the time I just prefer to make my own. But while we're at it, let's talk a little bit about coffee. This is a French press. Pretty simple little thing. It's just like a glass, I don't know, big cup or whatever with a handle on it. And this is like a wire mesh kind of thing. But I will grind my beans in a coffee grinder. And there's an ass of different coffee beans out there. This, you can't find it at Walmart. It's made by San Francisco Bay. This brand is called Fog Chaser. These are gorgeous beans, though. Y'all see that? Oh, there we go in the light. They're dark and they are yummy. But I'll grind them up in the grinder. And I pretty much, I mean, I don't get a spoon and measure out 4 teaspoons or anything. I just fill this up to about the fill line and grind the beans. And meanwhile, while I'm doing that, my water is getting hot. And I just dump it in this. Pour the water around kind of slowly over it and fill it up to, you know, the spot that's appropriate for my Yeti cup, which is close to the top, but not quite. Let it sit 4 or 5 minutes. After that, and I know, you know, a lot of you guys see me do this like 10 times in videos. You push this down, and that pushes that wire mesh that has all the coffee grinds that are floating around in the hot water down to the bottom, and then you simply pour. And if you like your coffee black, you're done. But me, I put butter and coconut oil, cayenne pepper, and cinnamon in mine. But instead of doing that, you guys remember that wand thing? You know that I was using, the red one. It don't work that great. I don't think. Not mix it up. But now since I've got the NutriBullet, I've been using the NutriBullet, and it works really, really good. I mean, it's frothy after you blend it up in the NutriBullet. Like blenders and NutriBullets are really better than those little wands. But you know, that's what I started the process out with the wand, which I think the wand was about $15, and the NutriBullet, it was like 80, but I ended up getting it 70 before taxes. Oh, and for anybody that's wanting one, I searched around on Amazon and found the best deal on it, which was actually the same deal that I got, $69.99. But there's a link in that NutriBullet video that's a couple of videos back that you can get it for $69.99. That's just like what I got, which this is the base of it, and this thing is freaking sturdy. And then it'll also come with 1 cup and 2 different like well, this is the thing that's got the blades that does the mixing, but you can take this off and put, I don't know, like a little cup. It ain't like a sippy cup, but you know, it's a little drinking hole that with a top that'll go on it. But it's pretty sweet. But I woke up at a Walmart this morning and I did a little 6 a.m. grocery shopping. I got me some frozen mango and frozen blueberries for my smoothies, some more spinach, another big cucumber, and an avocado. So when it's time for lunch, I think I'm gonna mix up one of those vegetable fruit smoothies for lunch and have that. But also on my grocery shopping, I picked up some beef jerky. And this, I ain't gonna say this is the best beef jerky on planet Earth or anything like that, because I haven't tried all beef jerky on planet Earth. But this right here, it's better than most. It's freaking good. The jalapeno carne, how do you say this word? Saka? SECA? carne asada beef jerky, the jalapeno flavored. It is freaking good. But the price difference between a truck stop and Walmart is tremendous. This is like $3.96 at Walmart. Same freaking bag is like $6, $7, maybe $8 in certain truck stops. It is highway robbery. They are really stroking us on beef jerky because that's one of only a handful of things that's like keto friendly in the truck stops, and I guess they're figuring that out. I hear Chick-fil-A is actually adding some keto things to their menu, which it's stuff they've already got. It's going to be like the grilled chicken sandwich without a bun, and like some kind of scramble thing without the hash browns. They're going to have 3 or 4 keto inspired type menu items on Chick-fil-A coming soon. I read an article about that. But for you truck drivers, especially, and I mean this with no disrespect and a term of endearment, I just talk the way I talk, especially for you fat fuckers, okay? Like, I was on my way to, like, being one too. I was. And then I changed the way I ate. And the biggest change was restricting my carb intake. And some people say, you need carbs. You don't need a bunch of them. You don't need, like, what was I looking? I was looking at something a while ago, and it had like 55 grams of carbs in it, and you wouldn't even think it. Like, my number is 26 grams of carbs, but I'm not saying I don't. I have less than 26 grams of carbs every single day because that wouldn't be true. Because I've ate some pizza. Oh, speaking of pizza, I had some pizza not too long ago that was made. The pizza dough was made with cauliflower instead of like wheat or whatever, and it was pretty good. It was good. I liked it. I mean, and there's no carbs and a cauliflower, pizza dough crust. So I need to learn how to make that at home. I've been thinking of how I want to make my own pizza at home with pepperoni, hamburger, or whatever I want to put on there, mushrooms with a cauliflower crust and bake it at home. I used to do that. Well, I did it a few times over the years to make pizza at home, and that's good stuff. Fry your hamburger meat up yourself and put as much as you want, much as cheese as you want. Those homemade pizzas are tasty. Hadn't done that in a long time. Oh, but anyway, what I was talking to truck drivers, the keto thing. There's a ton of info on YouTube about it. But I tell you, the hidden carbs is in the stuff you drink. Now, everybody knows sodas are bad for you for a variety of reasons. So, restricting the sodas. But fruit juice, that's just as much carbs and sugar in it. So, what I drink generally is water, preferably alkaline water, and then my coffee with butter in it. That is restricting so many calories and carbs right there just by making that small little change right there. And I know some people are weird about water. Like, they don't like water. I don't know how you can be a freaking human being that's like 70% water and come singing some song about how you don't like water, but Coca-Cola Classic is okay, or Mountain Dew or whatever. But it ain't my job to change your mind. If you think what you think, and then so be it, because I'm gonna think what I think as well. But me personally, I'm down 32 pounds from when I was from my last doctor's appointment, which I need to make my next doctor's appointment. So hell, well, no, I think that was in the summer sometime. I was a little late getting my physical last year, and I guess I'm gonna be a little late getting it this year too. And then all the white stuff like potatoes, bread, rice, pasta. And there's some type of like keto pasta that's coming out that's mainly made with eggs that I've been hearing about. And I love pasta, but I've ate very oh that's what it was. Those little pasta bowls. I used to get these things all the time. Like, I survived on carbs, like during season 1 and season 2 and the first part of season 3. I guess season 3 is about when I started doing the keto thing. But I survived on carbs. Like, everything I ate except for a pack of tuna, I think was carbs before. So no wonder I was, just getting fat in the face and belly, sticking all out. But I tell you guys, being down 32 pounds, which, look at that. That's getting flat. I'm gonna have some abs before too much longer. I guess I need to work out and run and ride my bike and go to the gym, which I have not been doing that. So these 32 pounds that I've lost ain't got nothing to do with like how much I've been working out and exercising, because other than walking, which I walk a lot, I walk fast, I walk with a purpose. It's 2 or 3 miles a day. My watch keeps up with it that end up walking. I'll get a 5 mile in, occasionally. That's usually on days off when I'm not, in the truck and all. But that's really, really it. And I feel so much better and lighter on my feet and moving and climbing up into the truck and all that, and my belly not being in the way. I wish some of you could experience as well. And you can. You can. But you can't have 200 grams of carbs in your diet each day and pull it off. But I'm not a calorie counter. I never count calories. Not about that. Really, just the carbs. And more so than like weight on there, I just started noticing when I had ate carbs, I would be tired and lethargic, an hour or two later. And I didn't like that. Okay, Caleb says meth shaves weight as well. I have never been on the meth diet. And I don't really say I'm on a keto diet. I just decided I'm going to change the way I eat and be more aware of what I put into my body. Not that I'm on a diet. Because the thing about diets, if you just go back to any old way of eating after it, you just gain it back. And what's the point in that? It's a lifestyle change. Just got to find what works for you. But I'll probably put more emphasis on how things make me feel more so than anything. Like those smoothies that I was telling. I mean, I've only made two of them or maybe I made three. Whatever ingredients I bought the first time, I used all them up, and I hadn't been back to the grocery store until this morning, and I hadn't made a smoothie yet because I usually skip breakfast. My breakfast will be a 30-ounce cup of keto coffee with butter, coconut oil, a little cayenne to speed up the metabolism, and a little cinnamon to get my brain working good, and that'll be my breakfast. I actually have munched on some of that beef jerky today, though. Are you saying math is a drug, Big Houston? Walking and fasting, huge fat burns while fasting between 12 to 18 hours. Yeah, you're right. Lights and Siren from Bangkok. You're in Bangkok, or that's what you're doing? You're in Bangkok, right? Yeah, but like with that, the whole skipping breakfast thing, and then whatever time you went to sleep and ate last, and then add the 6 7 hours or however long you ate, and then if you can extend that another 4 or 5 hours, you end up getting in a 15-hour better fasting period. That's good. That's real good. Not sure, I'm grumpy sometimes when I hadn't eaten in a while, but there's been numerous occasions like when I'm working on videos and stuff, it'll get to be 5 o'clock and I'll be like, damn, I hadn't ate anything all day. So, then I usually go eat something. I ain't starving myself. Big Houston's message was retracted. Two of them was retracted. Are you talking? Were they not letting you put meth in there? And so that's why oh, meth is a drug. I got you. 32 pounds. Nice. Hey, Jay Norton. Now, Jay Norton is not a water drinker. He drinks unsweetened tea. I've never been a fan of unsweetened tea. I used to love sweet tea. And I tell you, I'm not going to go to Milo's today, even though I'm in Birmingham. But the next time I go to Milo's, I'll probably get some sweet tea. I don't think I've ever been in Milo's and not got sweet tea because their sweet tea's good. But it's all about moderation on those things. Well, like Sunday, for instance, me and my mom went and saw my grandmother, and then afterward, me, her, and her husband, we went out to Pizza Inn and all got pizza buffet. And heck, I probably had 9 or 10 slices of pizza. It was pretty good, but not gonna do that every day. All right, anybody else got anything before I end this? It's a question and answer. If you ask the questions, I'll give the answer. Joseph says he loves my videos and quit drinking soft drinks and wish he had a cup of coffee. You know what I wish, Joseph? I wish you had a cup of coffee as good as the one that I'm drinking right now. Just those dark roasted beans and the French press. It's so flavorful. But you can't drink like the last sip because, I don't know, it settles and it's almost like a mud at the bottom of it. So when it starts like, I don't know, tasting gritty, stop. Make another cup if you need some more. Let's see. Lights didn't Misty lose some pounds? Is she fasting? How did she lose it? Yeah, Misty, she's lost twice as much as weight as I have. It's up over 60 pounds. The last number I heard her say was 63 pounds. And she used to drink Coke a lot. I remember this one, like when I first started the keto. She, I don't know, went to the drugstore to get something and came back with three freaking 12 packs of Cokes. I was like, why did you really need to bring 36 sodas into here? What's up? And she said they were on sale. And she drank a lot of sodas. And like if you want to see like big Misty, go back and watch our vacation video when we're in the mountains with the kids. That's probably when she was at her peak weight. I probably was at my peak weight. I think I was around 220 pounds then, which I'm about 40 pounds, lighter from the heaviest that I was. But when I really started tracking the numbers was after my physical. And like when the results came in, there's this app and you can see all your results and everything. But somewhere on there, it with my body mass index and everything, they had me down as obese. And when I saw that, you know, a lot of people react, that's bullshit, this scientific medical jargon about, saying, I'm obese or whatever. And then other people are like morbidly obese. But I just really started, I don't know, it hit me. When I saw that on there, obese, and I was like, I think I probably need to make some changes because if I continue on this same path, as far as nutrition and eating wise, what's it going to be in 5 years? Am I going to, is my little short ass going to get up to like 250 pounds and be like waddling around the truck stops and stuff like that? And my self image of myself, it ain't that. It's much higher than that. Like my self image is, I don't know, like I don't want to say superhero status, but it's pretty damn good. And the reality was like interfering with my self image of myself. Like my self image, when like I take my shirt off, women want to come touch it and rub my chest and stuff like. But that wasn't happening because I just had belly out there, and I started making some changes. It didn't happen in a finger snap like Thanos or anything, but progress started being made, and I think 2 weeks in, I was down about 14 pounds. And I was like, this works. But the thing that I liked about it wasn't simply the fact of just losing the weight, but my energy level was going up, and moving was easier. You know, like before, heck, I like pull-ups were hard. When I was going to the gym there for a while, but like doing 5 pull-ups was like everything I could do to do 5 pull-ups because my ass was so heavy that I was pulling up. Like I was in the Marine Corps, I got 100% on that part of the PFT, which was 20. I knock out 20 pull-ups, no big deal. Back, I was 18 years old at the time, but now struggling to do 5, so I made some changes. And I know some of you guys have too, and then there's some people out there that could give two shits, and that don't make them bad. That we all just have our priorities. But I got to the point when I was 44 years old, I started kind of revisiting my priorities, and my health became one of them, and the way I feel and my energy level became one of them. And then once that started happening, I don't know, my belief level started increasing. That man, I think I could maybe do something pretty fucking awesome besides just drive a truck and make a few crazy little videos. And I have not arrived by any stretch of the imagination, but GNP ain't told me to fuck off yet. Well, with this media director thing, they so far they've been pretty pleased with everything that's been up. Not too many people are watching them. I think one video on the entire channel has had over 1,000 views, and that was the first one. And so, but at the same time, that channel, it ain't necessarily for everybody out there in YouTube land. You know, those videos on there, I have in mind that they're training, they're educational, and then communicating information to the drivers that are already here. And it's not so much. There's going to be. I'm going to end up. There's one of the recruiters, Brandon Rainwater. Awesome, awesome guy. I can't wait for you guys to meet him on the channel. For you guys that follow the GMP, but he's in the recruiting department. We're going to do some kind of recruiting video since we got like 12 or 13 on there. But I told him this ain't no recruiting channel, man. This is a training and a communication channel for the drivers, employees of GMP. We don't want to, make it cheesy just by, turning into a recruiting thing. This is to educate and train the drivers that, we have right here. Because, man, the first 90 days here, it can be tough. Because you don't know what the hell you do. I mean, you know how to drive a truck or whatever, but all the different places and their procedures and their policies and all that stuff, all of them's different, man. Like this place here where a lumper and my unprepared ass, I need to be following step number 3, right? Don't have the lumper checks, which we rarely, really, I think I don't have a lumper check, but I think this is either the second or third time in the 2.5 years I've been at GMP that I've had to use one. So I mean, it's not a common thing, but it's usually places like this where you have a trailer load of tires that you have to sit there and wait for somebody to unload. That's when we do the lumper check thing. Which I had some message come in. What is it? I sent that email. Okay. All right. Do we have a question, Papa? We got Chasing America. GMP should send out Qualcomm messages promoting the channel so every driver will know about it. I think they have. I think they've sent out one. G3 says I look 24 instead of 44. I probably act like I'm 24 half the time. Have you considered doing a health conscious video for GNP channel? It could help reduce insurance costs if it catches on. No, I haven't considered that. I have not on GMP's channel. 220 back down my normal high school weight. 220 back down to my normal high school weight of 165 pounds. Walking and fasting and ketoing. Got rid of stupid carbs and sugar. I'm 57. Man, that is awesome, lights and sound. You guys hear that? With that, like 57 pounds, 165, which I remember thinking a while back when I was up in the 200s and something that I was thinking 185, that would be my ideal weight. But, the fact of getting like down in the, 170s and 160s, I was like, no, that is never going to happen. And these doctors are wrong. I'm not obese and all this. But as I get closer to it, last time I weighed myself, I think I was 178 pounds. And I still got some more I could go. Now, at the same time, I have gotten smaller, like just about everywhere. Like my arms, are smaller, but I hadn't been working out. So I've got to get in the gym and start really putting exercise into my routine. And it could happen any day now, guy. I swear it could. It could happen any day now because it's been on my mind, but I have not made it a habit yet. Mainly because I don't ever know what the hell I'm doing 2 days from now. It's kind of been the thing. But whenever I do get back, I'm going to be at Greer at least Monday and Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday before I hit the road. I don't know, but I know I'm going to be in Greer Monday and Tuesday. And if all this rain would stop, I I'm getting to the point where I want to start like I don't know, calling into preachers and asking them to pray for a drought. I am tired of it raining all the freaking time. This has got to be the wettest year in the history. Like since the flood, big flood happened, I think this is the rainiest like first 2 months of any year because it's raining like all the time. We can't get more than like 2 days in a row without raining. What happened to the Planet Fitness thing? I just got out of it. I was doing pretty good. I was hitting it, 2, sometimes 3 days a week, which 3 days was my goal, and I did that some. Not every week, but when me and Elvis started teaming, that's when that's when I got out of the habit of working out because we were rolling. We were having 6,000-mile weeks. We had one, I think, 7,400-mile week, and I don't know when I get into that mode of running the truck. And especially when you don't have a 10-hour break of the truck sitting still, that's when I got out of the habit of Planet. I still got my Planet Fitness membership, but I've been thinking about canceling that. It's not real expensive. It's $22 a month for the black card where you can take people and go to any of them. But what I would prefer to do, because I've never particularly really liked Planet Fitness, to be honest with you, because it's just I don't know, it's just a gym. What I would rather have a membership for is like a YMCA that has all that stuff, that Planet Fitness has, your elliptical machines, your free weights, your machine weights, and all that's cool. But I don't like really doing just that stuff. The cool thing about the YMCA, you can shoot some basketball, maybe get in on a game with some teenagers or something like that. There's a pool where you can go for a swim, which I love going for a swim after a good muscle workout. They got the steam rooms and the saunas and all that, and the racquetball and stuff going on outside. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be more than $22, but I've had memberships at YMCA's before, and I've always really liked those, just cause of the things I mentioned, the other activities. Lifting weights by yourself, I don't like it. I don't. I mean, I've done it and I'm going to do it again cuz my body and my muscles need it, but I cannot say I really enjoy it. Now, I feel better after the fact and glad I did it, but in the act of I don't particularly like it. Now, when I go in there with like a friend and have a spotting partner and tell them to get two more, that kind of stuff, that's cool. I like it then when I have a workout partner, but working out solo, I never really liked it that much. I don't know if I'm the only one. I'm glad I never had to worry about weight problem. I live off carbs and sugar. I'm 6'3" and I weigh 200. I didn't always, man. It seemed like I don't know, sometimes in my 30s is when that started probably affected me more. It's hard to stay motivated working out on your own. Yeah, it is. Get some TRX bands. Cliff, I don't know what that is. Explain it to me, brother. Are you explaining? All right, anybody get ooh, we done went 44 minutes. I kind of intended to just be a 30-minute live one, but I appreciate everybody that you know, tuned into this live stream. If you have not seen the 8 good working habits video, do me a solid. Go back and watch it. Throw a thumbs up. I would mentioned in the video if there's 200 thumbs ups on that video, I will take that at least 200 of you like that kind of stuff. Cause my channel, as far as like the viewership and the numbers and the stats, it really sucks right now. Like I am not at an all-time high. Like last year at this time, it was doing better than it is now, but I'm not putting content up regularly, cause I got the whole GMP thing that's going on as well. And I don't know if y'all remember right after Elvis and I kind of, had to split up. And speaking of Elvis, he's fine. He hadn't quit GMP, but he's not here right now. He's on a leave of absence. He's helping his dad out, like delivering dog food, horse food, that kind of stuff up in West Virginia. I don't know how things are going to play out with Elvis, but I do know this: I miss him, and I can't wait to see my buddy again. We use them in the military now. Can do, curl, butterflies, press, you name it. Oh man, Clifton put all kind of messages here. Oh, TR, is that the thing that's on your wrist that have down that you can wrap it around your bar or whatever? Is that what a TRX band is? I used to, I think I had gloves or something that had those kind of things once upon a time. Like when I was a teenager in early 20s, I was regular in the gym. Regular. I wanted to work out every day. I didn't like rest days. I just wanted to work out all the time. And I was I mean, I wasn't some big freak looking dude, but I had muscles. I was ripped. I was in shape. Had nice chest, man, big arms, good looking legs and calves. And then flash forward to today, and I wouldn't say any of those things. Jay Norton, no smoking for 3 months. Congratulations, Jay. Now, let me ask you this, Jay. You done went 3 months without taking a drag off a cigarette. Now, I'm sure you've been around some cigarettes. What do you think of them now? Do they smell yummy and make you want one? Or they freaking stink and like just smell like stale stinkiness? I can't stand being around cigarettes now. I guess I'm 4.5 years or so, well over 4 years, uh, since I quit smoking cigarettes. And yeah, I've been vaping, and I'm probably gonna stop doing this in 2020. But I'm not gonna be stopping today. When you get to Walmart, look in the sports section. Hey man, do you have a CB in your truck? Yes, I do. I've got the Cobra. I think it's like the 129 or I don't know. It was a CB, about $100, $120, something like that. That I bought mine in Love's. But most of the time, my volume is turned down on the CB because all that chatter just gets on my freaking nerves on the CB. But I use it occasionally, occasionally, not daily. How much that microwave cost? Not much. That is the most popular microwave in trucks today. You can get it at Walmart. There's a red one like I got. They also come in black and white. 700-watt microwave. I think they're about $50. I'm pretty sure like 49.99, something like that at Walmart. Every Walmart's got them. But that's a good size. It don't use too much power. I mean, it ain't nothing fancy. It's just a microwave. You got your button where you can do it for 30 seconds or hit it again. It'll go for a minute. I don't use it very often. I use it occasionally. I mean, I'm glad I got it in here, but I don't microwave a whole lot of food. Like today, I will be juicing my food with a little almond milk. That's another thing on keto. You ain't supposed to drink milk. Something about the dairy, but you can eat the shit out of cheese. It's weird. But as far as my smoothies and stuff, I currently this could change as time goes on, but currently I use unsweetened almond milk, and this actually has like a vanilla flavor to it. Jay says they smell nasty really bad, and he'll never smoke again. There was a they I'm sorry, I just had a text from one of my dispatchers pop up asking about that email that they sent. Um, there in the 4.5 years or however long it's been since I quit smoking, there's been, I don't know, I don't know, maybe 3 times since then, during the first year or so where I did smoke like a cigarette from somebody. I don't know if like I was out of coils or what the problem was, but I've lit up about 3 cigarettes during that time. And oh my God, were they horrible. It just puts a nasty, nasty taste in your mouth that won't go away, and your freaking fingers stink from holding it. So yeah, I'm done with the cigarettes too. Done. And and I just think, man, I wish I had all the money back that I spent over the course of a pack of cigarettes a day over the course of 20 years. And then it's not just the cost of those cigarettes, cause you would stop to get a pack of cigarettes, and then you grab a couple of things. Next thing you know, you done spent $10 in the convenience store, and that really adds up. And then the time too. Think like how further along in my life could I be if I didn't stop and take all those smoke breaks? You know what I mean? If I just would have kept working instead of taking a smoke break. Anyway, all right, guys, we're over the 50-minute mark. This video is like, here's a 2-minute warning. We're getting ready to end. If anybody's got anything else, now is the time. Love your content, brother. Have to go. All right. Thanks a lot, Cliff. Thanks for checking in. Blair Pilgrim, what's going on? Hey, hey, hey to you too. You coming in right at the end, man. We're getting ready to end this broadcast. 'Cause I ain't trying to have like an Ike Stevens 3-hour live video or anything. You know what I mean? Would you guys watch like a 3-hour video? You don't have to answer that because you ain't gonna get one from me. Not gonna do it. If I make anything that's 3 hours, that stuff's gonna be a movie. All right. Well, y'all, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed our time together here today. Um, if you're watching this on the replay, drop a comment down below. And if you have not seen the 8 good work habits, now, some of you negative bastards that think you know everything already and can't nobody tell you stuff, you're probably not gonna like it either. I mean, but feel free to watch it so you can give a thumbs down and give your 2 cents. That's fine too. But it's about habits, is what it is. And it's not a long video. It's like 14 minutes long, and there's 8 working habits, and there's a little bit of an intro on there. So I don't go insanely in depth, but these are subjects that we can go a lot deeper on than what I did. But I ain't trying to like throw up on you guys all the stuff that's important to me. If that's something you guys aren't into, nobody is, then we'll just move on along with some other fresh ideas for content. But this may be one that would be worth visiting a couple of times. But check it out when you get time. That video should have gone on the GMP channel. Is also great. Yeah, I didn't put it on the GNP channel, but I logged into the GNP channel and I liked the video. So it'll show up on the GNP channel in the liked playlist. But like where those 8 good work habits came from was like my previous life when I was part of a large company called DS Max. And our system, the system that first I learned the system, right? To be able to do the field, and that's, selling stuff door to door. But the five is the five, well, it was originally 5 steps to a pitch, but it ended up evolving into 5 steps to a conversation: introduction, short story, presentation, close, and rehash. And then the 8 good working habits were also sometimes called the 8 steps, 8 steps to success, 8 good working habits. Depending upon offices you're at, they would get different names. Sometimes the order of them would change. Uh, like number 7, know your opportunity. In some offices, know why you're here and what you're doing. But I learned those things in the field doing door to door. But then I got real good at doing the sales side of it. So I was promoted into what they called leadership, which is where you took people out, on the first day, which was called a day of observation, which that was a trip because a lot of times they thought they were like coming in for some warehouse job or anything, and then you have them out going door to door. Um, but I started using those same 5 and 8 to do that, applying them a little differently. And I got good at it, because I was working the system. So then it got to the point where I still did the field. I still taught people how to do the field, but I started teaching my guys to train other people using the 5 and 8, and then ended up opening up an office in Greenville. So like during that process and like a different role, but really working the same system, I started seeing these things as like good habits that could be applied to anything. Like my buddy Randy, he put something together. He's a baseball coach that the 8 steps to success for student athletes, which was the same thing. Like my buddy Sexton, which I don't know if he lives on an island and fishes all the time, is all I see on his Facebook and stuff like that. But he talks about he's got the strongest work ethic on the island, and he still uses his 5 and 8, every day. So I wanted to put a video out there to share some of this content with you because I know you guys, unless you're part of DS Max, you probably ain't heard of, the 5 and 8, but the 8 good working habits, which, this video, it's catered for truck drivers, 8 good work habits for truck drivers. I'm just curious to see how that information affects any of you. So I'm out, but watch that video if you hadn't yet. Drop a comment in it as well. If there's 200 likes on there, I'll take that as that's something you guys are interested in, and I will revisit again. But if not, I will, because I would try to steer clear of goals. My channel did a nosedive when I made like 3 or 4 videos, about setting goals. And a person that has no goals, has no direction, that just wakes up and just kind of rolls with the punches of what happens every day and just reacts to everything instead of trying to create the future that they want. I imagine they're not going to be, receptive to that kind of content because I don't know. I think if you did absorb that content, you would also take a look at yourself and realize, I can do better. I am capable physically and mentally of doing better than I have. So my spot in life, it's my fault. It ain't my dispatchers or my uncles or any kind of thing like that. And I don't know. I'm sure that makes a lot of people uncomfortable. And being uncomfortable ain't a bad thing. Before any kind of great change occurs, sometimes you got to go through. Oh, yes,
You go ahead park in the middle, doc.
middle dot.
Yeah.
Did that email come through for the check?
Let me ask.
Okay. Woohoo! Hold on. How do I flip this thing around? All right. Well, guys, I'm going to open up. You guys want to see some tires before I end this video? Look at all this water. That's what happens when it rains every day. Doo-doo-doo. Dadgummit. Fucking metal seal. How do you guys take off metal seals? I remember one time I had no gloves and I just tried to, well, this hand's here, and rip them apart, and it sliced me right across that bend in the knuckles. Guess how many times I did that stupid shit after that? Anybody want to guess? Yeah, 0. Now I got these, but I'm gonna show you guys these tires in the back, and then we're gonna end it. Hey guys, okay to take the seal off? All right. I always like to just get a verbal confirmation of seals before I take them off. All right, here we go. and I'm standing behind the door because I don't want tires to fall on me. Boom! Really? Okay.